Hey guys, AEVlogs&Gaming here. So I just got up and there's a Bootsy boy right there. Hi Bootsy boy. Yeah, he's a sleepy kitty. So anyway, I'll give you guys an update. Today I'll be calling an antique broker. My adoptive sister Chelsea, she's going to give me the numbers so I can call. Because that way, an antique broker will come to the house and get the furniture in the living room appraised. So that way, there's like enough money that I can sell the furniture from. That didn't make sense, but you know what I mean. And that way, I'll be starting to pack up all my personal belongings and get the garage cleared out. You know. Because I can't take all this with me, you know. Yeah, it's my roommate's stuff in the garage. So anyway, once I start doing that, the money that I get from all the furniture, yeah, Grandma tried to get rid of that furniture years ago, but to no success. So, once I have money, as I said, I'll start to pack up all my personal belongings, as in clothes, TVs, personal documents, that sort of thing. Yeah, I'm taking every important document with me, you know, because that way I'll save myself some time before the house gets foreclosed on. And once it does get foreclosed, they gotta serve an eviction notice. That's why I'll be calling some legal counsel to see what the timeline is. You know, even though they might have started the foreclosure process, that gives me my adopted siblings, enough time. You know. So, anyway, this could be a blessing in disguise, you know, because it's like a financial burden that I wasn't prepared for, even though I tried to make it work, but at the same time I didn't. Yeah, right now my hands are tied here, you know. There's nothing I could do at this point. Yeah, once I get those letters of administration, I'll just tell the probate court that, hey, I lost the house due to foreclosure, and then I'll probably update the letters of administration petition. I'm sure they'll explain it. Yep. As I said, this is a blessing in disguise here, because I won't be bound to a mortgage to pay off, or bills, or HOAs for that matter. Eventually, I'll tell my dad about what I've been doing. Sure, he'll be pissed off, but I'll tell him eventually anyway. You know. And before he say, "Oh, you went behind his back," or whatever you guys want to say, no, I didn't go behind his back at all. I didn't. I did things the right way, you know. Because originally he wanted to come down here, take control of the finances, and sell the house. Yeah, I know it wasn't a great plan of his, but well, on paper it sounded good. In theory, it wasn't. So it gives me the chance to get everything together, you know. Well, since I'm the one who filed for letters of administration, gives me enough time just to get all the things taken out of the garage and the house, pack everything up, and move out before the foreclosure process is finalized. It might take up to like 30, 60, 90 days. I don't know about that yet. But I think I'll call the mortgage company Monday and let them know and ask them what's the timeline here. Yeah. This is also a for foreclosure. Before my roommates moved in. This time, it's not avoidable at all, dude. It's not avoidable. But as I said, this is a blessing in disguise here, because of that way I went on to bound to a mortgage, anything like that, you know. So, with that being said, I live saying this, but I'm glad that this house is being foreclosed because I can't take care of it. Even if I had the money, couldn't take care of it, you know. So for me, I'll be all right. Yeah, once you get like a U-Haul truck. For me, I gotta start house hunting. I think it's like a rental property, which is like under 2,500 a month. That includes rent and utilities, respectively, you know. So yeah, I think Stuart and I gotta do some house hunting. Possibly in the meantime, I might go to a motel, but you never know, you know. But hotels are expensive. Even extended stay hotels are expensive too. Also, they're cramped. You can't put all your stuff in there. Yeah, my two adopted brothers, Stuart and Mickey, they lived at a motel before they moved in here. So anyway, and once I get back on my feet, I can move out of the rental house, and I can move in with my dad's stepmom, because right now, from what Dad's told me about this, he said that they found an apartment, and the rent is $1,100 a month, and they won't be staying there long, you know, because if they found a place, they'll jump on it, you know, instead of going back and forth. Yep. So once that happens, I'll be able to move in with them anyway, because that way, I get all my stuff. I call Dad, tell him, hey, you can pick me up. I thought that was my sister for a second there. Even though my sister and I are related by blood, but yeah, her brother is in Washington State. So now that I'm her brother now, she gave me a lot of advice too. Hey, mind you, she lived in a foreclosed house before. She got kicked out by the sheriffs. I don't want that to happen to me. So yeah, I think I got some time to spare before the foreclosure process is finalized, you know. So I'm taking all the right steps just to get to this point in time. I didn't know it was being foreclosed until... Hi, Luna. Hi, baby girl. Hi. Hi, Kitty. Kitty. Cat loafing time, baby. Anyway, yeah, I got that notice that the house may be foreclosed on, and the mortgage company told me that. So yeah, I believe I still got some time, you know. So yeah, I did what I could to save this place, but it wasn't enough. Now I know what you're thinking. Why am I doing this? Just want to let you guys know about this, you know, about my situation. Yeah, for the first time since my grandpa passed away, this is the second most tragic thing to ever experience. But this house may be gone, but not forgotten about, you know. And I'm gonna be all right, you know. Yeah, tomorrow through Sunday I'll be working, and then every day that I'm off from now until the end of the month, I'll be packing all my stuff up and packing all like important documents and getting rid of all this stuff, you know. Yep, all this. Except for clothes, I think. Says Stuart and I will be able to get that done. So as I said, I'll be calling the mortgage company Monday, and I'll ask them what's the timeline here. Yeah, September. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be able to get that squared away. Even though it's gonna be difficult, but I'm taking the right steps, you know. We might get, we might pack everything up before the foreclosure is finalized. So anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys later. Bye, people.